I'm Brian Tracy, and welcome to the Brian Tracy Show. We have the great honor today to have Georgia McCabe, one of the most remarkable minds in America in helping businesses use technology to be more successful at every area of what they do. Welcome, Georgia. Thank you
Brian,
for being
it's so
here.
nice to see you.
Wonderful. Now, Georgia, tell us exactly what you do.
Brian, I am kind of been coined the technology trend expert,
Yes.
and I work with businesses to take a look at the latest technology and how they can apply that to their business to increase their sales, create dynamite marketing campaigns, bottom line, make more money.
Wow. And how do you do that? What is your approach?
You know, the first thing, Brian, is to really understand the business that people are in. You have to do that.
Yes.
And then it's not about how you use the tools, it's how you apply the tools. So I meet with the various people in the organization, understand what some of their challenges are, understand what their goals are, and then I sort through all the mess of this technology to find out what makes the best sense for them.
Well, Georgia, how did you decide to get into this business in the first place, or this part of the business?
Brian, I spent the last 30 years in corporate America, and I kind of like to say I climbed the corporate ladder in high heels, but I didn't play golf. And so I worked with some of the most major Fortune 500 companies, and my job was, as senior vice presidents of some of these, is to actually build new businesses. And so I would always adopt the latest and greatest technologies, and against sometimes some people who didn't think that that was the right thing to do, and build a business so that that business could prosper.
Now, tell me a little bit about the Walmart experience and what you had to do had to go through to make that successful.
Brian, it was probably one of the most exciting times of my career. This was back in 2004, and I was senior vice president at Fujifilm. I ran their digital imaging division. And we had this vision with Walmart that we would build a system where people could upload their images to an internet-based system, but more importantly, that they could get those pictures delivered and printed in 1 hour in any Walmart store across the country. We worked 63 straight days, slept in the office. My husband and I did, actually. He was my business partner and CTO. And when we launched, which was absolutely flawless, I got a phone call from the Houston store. And the person said that a gentleman came in and asked if the person had actually looked at the prints that she had just made. And she said, no. And he said, well, you should. And there were pictures from the space shuttle. And it was an astronaut who took pictures up in space, uploaded them to the Walmart.com internet site, and had them printed at the Houston store for his brother to pick up.
Probably within 1 hour.
Within 1 hour.
Unbelievable.
From space.
That is incredible. Now, can you give me a success story with regard to a business where you went in and you made a change using your ideas, and what happened to them financially?
Sure, sure. Most recently, which is really exciting since I retired from corporate America, I've been working with a large number of corporations in the area of social media, mobile marketing, etc. And I'm working with this one photography organization, probably the largest and oldest photography lab in the country, been in business over 40 years. And they really wanted to embrace social media to increase their marketing and their sales presence. Right. We started with them back in January, just this past January. We've more than doubled their customer base. We have increased their bottom line, which previous years they were not growing. They've been growing consistently between 8 and 14% month to month over previous years.
Wow.
And they really had just created this incredible brand image of them adopting new technologies. We also worked with a mobile application where photographers are big on the iPhone, where photographers can actually check the status of their orders with iPhone. We're doing live video training sessions on Facebook, free,
right,
where people can share their tools, their ways that they apply it, helping photographers also reach their audience.
So this is helping people save time, get better results, get better financial results?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. You increase the top line by selling more, you decrease your costs, and bottom line, you make more money.
Wonderful. Now, what advice would you give to people who are looking at this and thinking about using digital media and all of the things that you talk about to operate their business more profitably? What advice would you give them?
Brian, the advice that I would give is that you need to embrace it, not be afraid of it. We are living in an exponential world. Technology is changing so dramatically. In fact, Moore's Law says that every 18 months, technology changes. In fact, if you pulled out your cell phone and I said, when did you have your last cell phone before this one? You might say, 6 months ago. Cell phones are becoming disposable devices every time the technology or new things happen. So it's taking a look at what those technologies are, but really not about what they do, it's how you use them and how you apply them.
Right. And everything is aimed at increasing sales and profitability.
Bottom line, that's what business is all about.
Georgia, how do we get in touch with you if we want more information from you?
Very easy, Brian. It's www.georgiamccabe.com.
www.georgia, like the state, McCabe, MCCABE.com. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Georgia.
Thank you, Brian. What a pleasure.